Mojoyin pushed open the front door with the back of her hand, a nylon bag of groceries dangling from the other. The house was quiet, the late afternoon sun leaking through the curtains in orange stripes. "Mojoyin, you won't believe what just happened outside," she called out.
"Hello? Anybody home?"
No answer. She dropped the bag on the centre table and walked towards the bedroom. On the bed, curled up with her face to the wall, was her friend. "Momo!" Funke rushed over. "What's wrong with you?" Mojoyin turned slowly. Her eyes were red, her face swollen from crying. She had the look of someone whose heart had been stepped on and abandoned on the floor. I'm sorry, Funke," she muttered. "Sorry for what?" Funke sat at the edge of the bed. "You walked past me when I entered just now. You didn't even notice. Talk to me. What happened?" Mojoyin swallowed hard, voice shaking. "I regret telling David how I feel." Funke's expression softened. "You told him?" Mojoyin nodded, a tear slipping down. "I love him, Funke. A little too much. He's calm, cool, godly. The kind of man I always pictured as my future husband. But he said he isn't ready for anybody, that he can't bring himself to love anyone. His ex broke his heart and he hasn't healed." She hissed bitterly and wiped her face. "I feel so foolish." Funke sighed and put an arm around her. "Listen, you told him how you feel. That's not wrong." "It feels wrong," Moyo whispered, "like I embarrassed myself." "No," Funke said firmly. "You're human. You're brave. It's not foolish to love. He may not be ready, but your heart is honest. That's a gift, not a mistake." Mojoyin sniffed, leaning her head onto Funke's shoulder. "Thanks. I just feel so heavy, like there's a stone sitting inside my chest." "I get it," Funke replied. "But you're alive. You're feeling. You're loving. And one day the right guy will be ready for you. Not someone afraid of love. Someone who will see your heart and say, 'I choose you.'" They sat in silence for a moment, listening to the fan whirring overhead. "Come," Funke said finally. "Let's go to bed. You're tired." As the lights went off and the room sank into darkness, Mojoyin stared at the ceiling. "I held my heart too close, too tight," she thought. "Whispers of love kept me up at night. Every word I never said, every dream I left unread. I watched you walk away, telling myself I'd be fine." But her pillow was wet before sleep finally came. Days turned into weeks. Between lectures, assignments, and part-time shifts, Mojoyin moved through life on autopilot. "Remember to read Chapter 5 before our next lecture," her lecturer announced one humid afternoon. "Exams are coming." "Yes, sir," the class murmured. By evening, the campus was thinning out. Mojoyin stopped by a small supermarket on her way home. "Auntie, also include 3 packs of noodles," a man at the counter said. "All right, sir. My assistant will bring them to your car," the saleswoman replied. As Mojoyin paid for a loaf of bread and some milk, her phone vibrated. She stepped out into the fading light and answered. "Hello?" "Hello, Momo," came the bright voice. "My darling friend, how are you? It's been a while. I've missed hearing your voice." "Funke." "I've missed you too," Mojoyin said. "We're still seeing today, right? Even if it's small."
"Yes now, it's almost 5. Don't worry, you'll soon see me. We'll talk when we see." "Okay, I'll be there." She dropped the call. Then another name flashed on her screen. "Hey, David," she said carefully. "Hey, Moyo. You look good," he said, when they met later at a small restaurant near her hostel. "Thank you," she replied, managing a small smile. "You look tired." "It's work," he shrugged, rubbing his neck. "Sometimes morning shift, sometimes night. But we thank God. So, what do you want to eat?" "Honestly, I'm famished." "Me too." "Waiter!" They ordered rice, chicken, coleslaw. They ate, laughed a bit, talked about school and work. The kind of easy conversation that always made her forget to guard herself. When the plates were almost empty, Mojoyin took a deep breath, fingers tracing the rim of her glass. "David, I need to be honest with you," she said. He looked up, suddenly alert. "Okay." "I really love you," she said quietly. "I've tried to pretend it's not deep, but my heart can't accept only friendship. I don't know how to love you halfway." His face softened with something between affection and sorrow. "Moyo, I love you too," he said slowly, "but I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm trying to build myself. Work is unstable. Life is a lot." "So you're saying you don't feel what I feel?" she asked, voice cracking. "That's not it," he said quickly. "I do feel something. I don't want to lose you, but I'm already losing myself in everything going on. Can you give me some time?" "How long?" she whispered. He opened his mouth, then closed it. "I'm
Sorry, I can't say." The silence between them was louder than the clinking cutlery around. Finally, she nodded. "Okay," she said, even though nothing felt okay. When they stepped out, the sky was already darkening.
"Let me drop you off," he offered. In the car, they made small talk, but her mind was far away, watching a version of herself she wished she could leave behind. "This is where I get off," she said, when they reached her street. "Thanks for the ride." "Good night, Moyo," he said softly. She managed a nod and walked away without looking back. Inside, Funke was sprawled on the sofa, scrolling through her phone. "Always putting friends above men," she teased, as Mojoyin entered. "Come and gist me." "You look different," Funke added, sniffing the air dramatically. "Smells like you've been sleeping on a cloud." "You too," Moyo replied with a weak smile. "You look amazing." "Thank you," Funke spun in place. "Hopefully I see a correct guy in the market tomorrow."
"Don't worry, you'll see correct meat seller," Moyo grinned. "You're not serious," Funke laughed. "Me, meat seller? No be you they find correct guy for market. Oya, stand up, make we dey go tomorrow, Jerry." The next day at the market, they dodged wheelbarrows and shouted prices across fish tables.
"Mama,
Please give me 2,000 naira fish, Funke said. Okay, Auntie, the fish seller replied, already cutting. You know what pissed me off? Funke continued as they left. That Keke guy earlier, he almost ran me down. Babe, relax, Moyo laughed. We're almost home. We can trek the rest. Trek? Funke scoffed. I'm a Lagos babe. I don't trek. Later, back home, Mojoyin pulled open the fridge. Market runs is so stressful, she said. Honestly, I'm famished. Let me get an apple. She paused. You know David hasn't called me since the last time we met. Funke looked up from washing the vegetables. And you? I can't keep chasing someone who isn't ready, Moyo said slowly. You deserve someone who shows up fully, Funke replied, not someone who keeps you guessing. I hope one day he'll understand, Moyo added, but I can't wait forever. She bit into the apple and smiled faintly. You know, I feel free. My heart doesn't ache each time I think of him, not like before. Finally, Funke said, bumping her with her hip. That's the Moyo I know. I'm ready to let life bring the right one, Moyo murmured. I loved him, no doubt, and it really hurt. But I realised that love isn't always enough. Sometimes moving on is the bravest kind of love. Deep, Funke nodded. Now, can we be brave enough to find something to eat for dinner? I'm not sure I want to eat again this evening, Moyo yawned. I just want to shower and lie on my soft bed. And that was exactly what she did. Weeks passed. One hot afternoon, after chasing down a late delivery, she came home to an empty house. Funke had travelled to her parents' place for a short visit. The silence was heavy, so she called. Finally, Funke said, picking up on the second ring. I was hoping you'd call. Of course I will, Moyo replied. I just finished helping my mum in the kitchen, Funke added. How was work today? Today was one of those days, Moyo sighed. I'm tired, proper tired. I miss you, Shah. The house feels too quiet without you. Oh, I miss you too. Here is noisy, though. You know my family. So, how are they? Moyo asked. How's home? They're fine. My mum keeps asking if I'm eating well in Lagos. My dad is already giving unsolicited advice. That one no go ever stop, Moyo laughed. But honestly, I'm glad you went, she added. It's good to reset. Yeah, Funke agreed. Being here feels grounding, but I still miss our late-night talks. Same, Moyo said. Today I wanted to tell you something, then I remembered you're not here. Tell me now. I'm listening. Nothing serious. It's just not the same when you're not beside me reacting, Moyo said. We'll gist properly when I'm back, I promise. You sound sleepy. I am, Moyo admitted. The tired just hit me suddenly. Then go and sleep. You need rest. I just wanted to hear your voice first. Good night. That night, scrolling through Instagram to quiet her mind, a notification popped up. Toby liked your photo. Toby started following you. She clicked his profile. His page was full of art, photography, and long, thoughtful captions. Before she could decide whether to follow back, a message appeared. Toby. So this is Mojoyin?
She hesitated, then replied. Moyo. So this is Toby? They started chatting.
What began as a polite hi turned into hours of voice notes. Days later, they moved to calls. You have a calm energy, he said one evening over the phone. Thank you. That means a lot. Nice to finally put a voice to the face. You sound peaceful, he added. Maybe, she said. Or maybe I'm just finally breathing again. Is this your finally relaxed after a long day voice? He teased. Possibly, she laughed. I've been waiting for a good reason to smile. Well, now you have one. That's smooth, she replied. You know what you're doing, Abby. I just like saying things that make you smile, he said. I don't rush things, but I really want to meet you. Like actually meet. See that beautiful energy in person. Really? You mean like now? She joked. Not now, I beg. I know you work and school, and I respect that, he replied. But I'll be honest. I've been thinking about this call, about seeing you. Your smile, your laugh, they give me butterflies, Mojoyin. Wow, you really know what you're doing, she said again. But more softly. I'm just being intentional, Toby answered. I like being with someone who's kind, calm, who lets her heart be open. I promise it'll be worth it when we meet. I'd like that, she said. Good. That's all I ask. Meeting you physically is enough. I will come. I need to go now, she yawned. Sleep is calling. Have a great night, he said. You too. A week later, after a brutal exam, Mojoyin dragged herself out of the lecture hall. Tests start next week, the lecturer had warned. Study hard. Her head felt heavy. At the gate, someone tapped her shoulder. Funke? I missed you, Funke grinned, pulling her into a hug. You didn't tell me you'd be coming back today, Moyo said, surprised. I wanted to surprise you, she smiled. And you? School today was not smiling, Abi. Please don't ask, Moyo groaned. My brain is still in that lecture hall. So, how have you been? Funke asked as they walked home. I've just been thinking a lot, Moyo said. Thinking about what? Nothing serious, Moyo dodged. Have you started hiding gist? Funke raised a brow. Of course not. I'll gist you, Moyo replied. Before we start gist, let me ask, Funke cut in. Have you eaten? I only took cornflakes when I got in this morning, Moyo said. My mother fed me love and advice on call, not food. They both laughed. Let's go to the kitchen now before hunger turns us against each other, Funke declared. Rice and stew is fine, right? Anything you cook, I'll eat, Moyo smiled. I didn't come back with pride. Good. Start slicing onions. As they cooked, Funke nudged. So, tell me what has been disturbing you. Do you ever feel like you're moving on, but something is still holding your leg? Moyo asked quietly. David, Funke said immediately. How did you know? Because every time you're quiet like this, it's always him. Moyo stared at the pot. He never really reached out unless I did first, she admitted. And now I'm sad, relieved, angry, all at once. That's not weakness, Moyo. That's growth, Funke said gently. But Moyo hesitated. There's this guy on Instagram. Momo, really? Funke's eyes lit up. Now we're talking. Tell me more. His name is Toby, Moyo said. I'm scared, though. What if I'm just trying to replace a feeling? No, Funke shook her head.
You're giving yourself a chance to be happy again. Moyo tasted the stew. This food needs salt, just like your life needs balance. Leave motivational speaking and add the salt, Funke laughed. Moyo smiled, then nodded. Just promise me one thing, Funke said. What? Don't close your heart because someone didn't know how to treat it. I'll try, Moyo replied. Her phone buzzed. Toby is calling, Funke pointed out. I'll call him back, Moyo said, but she was already smiling. They finally met in person at an art gallery one breezy Saturday. So this is where you've been hiding your fine self, Toby said, a little too loudly, when he saw her standing by a painting. She burst into laughter. Wow, that's your opening line? I panicked, he admitted. I had better ones in my head. He was taller than she imagined, his presence calm and steady. You're actually taller than I thought, she said. And you're calmer than your texts, he replied. I'm nervous. Me too, she confessed. But I like that we showed up anyway. They walked through the gallery, pausing in front of bold canvases and quiet sketches.
You really like art? She asked. I like things that make people pause, he said. Like this place. And you. You talk like this to everybody? She teased. No, only when I'm interested, he replied, eyes steady. Okay, she said, heart fluttering. Let's walk before you say something else. Lead the way, gallery guide, he smiled. By the time the sun began to set, they were sitting outside with small plastic cups of ice cream. I had a good time, she said. Me too, he replied, and I'd like to do this again, if you will. I would like that, she nodded. After that day, their bond deepened. Flowers started to arrive at her door, small, thoughtful packages with handwritten notes. You have a package from Mr. Toby, the delivery guy said so often that the neighbors started winking at her in the compound. Toby again? Funke would tease. This boy no day play with you at all. Toby, if you send one more gift, I'll block you, she texted one evening. Empty threats, he replied. You love it. She smiled, typing back. Okay, maybe a little. Good, he responded, because every time I see something, I think, Mojoyin would like this. That's dangerous, she wrote. You're making me miss you. That's because I'm serious about what I said, he sent back. I wish I can spend the rest of my life with you soon. You say things so calmly, she replied, fingers trembling. It makes my heart do backflips. That's all I want to be, he answered. Your safe place. Come and see me tomorrow. Already planned, she wrote. 7 p.m. Good night, boyfriend. Good night, my girl, he sent. 6 months passed. He met her parents, she met his whole village, as Funke called it. They didn't have everything figured out, but he was sure of them, sure of her. He doesn't have everything yet, but he's sure of the future, Funke said one night as they lay on their beds, lights off. That's rare, Mo. I'm still unsure sometimes, Moyo admitted. I'm in my final year. Life is changing fast. I don't know how it will all turn out, but I know I'm not afraid anymore. That's the spirit, Funke smiled in the dark. He keeps saying, Mo, I want you to be my wife, Moyo said, half laughing, half in awe. Sometimes it's not about how far, but how well. Let's go to bed, Funke yawned. Tomorrow is another day. The next evening, as they dressed to go to a special cinema screening, Funke eyed her friend. I beg, dress fine. Cinema no be roadside, she said. It's just film now. Why are you overdoing it? Moyo laughed, adjusting her earrings. Have you booked the Uber? Moyo asked. Yes, Funke replied. Driver is already waiting outside. Okay-o, Moyo said. Let's go and see this special screening. On the drive, Moyo frowned. I hope we won't experience traffic. Just relax, Funke replied, eyes shining suspiciously. With or without traffic, it's worth it.
It's like you know something I don't know, Moyo said slowly. Funke just smiled and looked out the window. When they got to the cinema hall, a staff member led them to a section that was strangely empty. The lights dimmed. The screen flickered on.
Instead of movie trailers, a slideshow of photos started to play. Pictures of her, laughing, studying, eating with Funke, walking with Toby in the gallery. Small video clips of her voice notes, her texts on the screen. I'm scared, but I'll try. Thank you for being intentional. Funke, what is this? She whispered, heart racing. Then the lights came fully on. Beside the screen, Toby stepped out, wearing a simple shirt and jeans, holding a small box. Her breath caught. Toby, what are you doing? She asked, hands already shaking. He walked towards her slowly, every eye in the room on them, but his gaze never leaving hers. Something I've been sure of, he said. I know it's just 6 months, but to me it feels like 6 years. From the first day we started chatting, I knew you were different. I knew you were the one. He swallowed, voice thick with emotion. I know you're scared because you love deeply, he continued. And I promise you this, I will not hurt you. I can't promise a perfect life, but I can promise to walk it with you, to choose you, every day. He knelt, opening the box. The small ring glinted under the cinema lights. Mojoyin, he said, eyes shining. Will you walk this life with me? Her vision blurred with tears. Somewhere behind her, Funke was already screaming. Yes, Moya whispered. Then louder, as the room erupted. Yes, yes, I will. He slipped the ring onto her finger. She pulled him up and hugged him tightly, laughter and tears mixing on her face. I'm really serious about you, you know, he murmured in her ear. I can feel it, she replied. I can feel it everywhere. Funke ran over, nearly knocking them down with her hug. Now go and enjoy your moment, my sister, she shouted. Forever starts today. As they left the cinema hand in hand, the evening air wrapped around them softly. Her phone buzzed with notifications, pictures, videos, congratulatory messages. Somewhere in another part of the city, a different phone screen lit up. David stared at a reposted video of the proposal. Mojoyin, engaged? He whispered to himself. He watched the clip of her laughing, crying, saying yes. His chest tightened. Oh no, he muttered. It's too late for me. Later that night, on the balcony of her small apartment, Lagos lights blinking like distant stars, Moyo leaned into Toby's side. My love, he said softly, kissing her forehead. How does it feel to finally say yes? It feels like a dream, she said. I'm still shaking. I can't believe this is real. He held her hand up, the ring catching the light. It's real. She looked out at the city and thought of the girl who once cried on her bed because someone couldn't love her back, of nights spent wondering if her heart was too much, too soft, too foolish. Every tear that came before, she realized now, had led her here, to a love that was honest, intentional, unafraid. I love you, she whispered. I love you more, babe, he replied. Inside, Funke's laughter floated through the open window as she spoke loudly on the phone, already telling the story for the 10th time. Mojoyin smiled. Some hearts, she knew, get lost and withdrawn.
Some stay locked away out of fear. But hers had chosen to stay open, to hurt, to heal, to hope again. And now, finally, it had found another
Heart that wanted to grow with it. Her heart, no longer heavy, beat with something clear and steady. Love.